Oh, hi, Andrew.
Hi.
What?
Hi, my name's
You bought a table? Are you selling stuff, Andrew?
She's got a question.
Go ahead.
I had a chance to go to Indy Comic-Con yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
It was fantastic.
I went to Monster Palooza in Pasadena on Sunday last week. Very cool.
So much fun, and I was able to get some autographs on Walking Dead cast and Lieutenant Boomerang.
They were in Pasadena, some of those people.
They go on like
Linda Blair and all them, they were all there.
I just had to ask after seeing all that yesterday, and I know Kiss has been at different Comic-Cons and been involved with Comic-Cons. On the TV shows and the comics, what are your favorites?
I don't watch any of the TV shows. I'm not a TV person except for sports and like news and educational stuff. But I like I like horror films. So I'm more like the movies. But my favorite was always The Werewolf. All the classics, you know, like Frankenstein. I love King Kong. Did anyone see the new King Kong movie? Did you like it? I loved that he was so ginormous. It was awesome. But I liked that. I love all the Marvel stuff, Captain America and X-Men and any of that. I love all that type of stuff. So I enjoy those movies. But I really like, for example, The Mummy. I met Boris Karloff's daughter. She was there last week. And I love, obviously, the original well, not the original, was Nosferatu, but Bela Lugosi, all those, Lon Chaney. I love all those classic monsters. So that's my favorite, is really all that original stuff. Probably the Werewolf's my favorite of all.
I'm curious about what you thought it was like working with Bruce on the Avantasia projects compared to being with Kiss.
Well, I didn't work with Bruce. Actually, I worked on that stuff first. I'm actually the one that told Bruce about it. Tobias told me that he actually tried to reach out to Bruce, but Bruce never responded to him. And I met Tobias when he was a young kid over in Europe. He was playing on some same festivals with me, with his band, Ed Guy. So he asked me to play on some of his stuff. I ended up playing on those 2 records. First I played on 1 song. Then I went to Germany back in like 08 or 09 and played on what became 2 records. And I told him, I got Alice Cooper to be on the 1 song for him. And then I told Bruce, hey Bruce, this guy's a big Kiss fan, he wants you to play on this stuff. And the producer, a guy named Sasha Paith, who's a really talented guy, I kept telling Bruce, this guy's really great, he's very talented, you should work with him. So Bruce has actually written some songs with him, and then now he's gotten involved and played on a bunch of this stuff. But it was really my introduction from putting Bruce together with Tobias. So we didn't ever play together. I actually did it first before Bruce, and then kind of introduced him to that group of people, if you will.
Seeing you play live pre-reunion days, Revenge, and the Kiss Alive 3 CD, your drumming style from then to now has changed quite a bit. Like, for instance, Detroit Rock City, now I don't hear a lot of double bass and things of that nature. Was there a conscious decision after you make it back on to kind of slow your drumming down or change it up like more traditional?
Well,
because this sounded awesome.
I know, but see, there's 2 schools of thought. If you're a drummer, drummers like that overplaying and all that hot rod. I call it hot rodding it up. And I did it because it started because when I played in Paul's solo tour. He wanted it to be different than Kiss, and he encouraged me to kind of go more, crazy, if you will. So after a while, I remember when we started doing more of the older material, like around 94, when we did like what they call Concrete Marketing Foundation thing. And we started doing a lot of older material. And I said to Bruce, we should kind of like listen to the live record and listen to these the original records, and maybe play more somewhat. We should do that more, not necessarily faithfully, but more respectfully kind of to that. So it's funny how some people think, oh, the minute you put on the makeup, like all of a sudden I'm trying to play differently. Listen to MTV Unplugged. That was 1995, before the reunion tour. And go listen to the record. I played very stripped down and more straight ahead simple with single bass.
I think both these are great.
Okay, but what I'm answering your question. I made a conscious effort myself to try to play it more for the song, more for the music, rather than just for my own personal, hey, let me throw a bunch of crap in it, because bottom line is, most of the people in the audience are not drummers. They wouldn't notice the difference all that much. and they don't care. They just want the songs to sound like they remember them or somewhat like that. People tend to like it, you know, like you go to see Journey or even Foreigner, they try to get people that sound, the singers to sing, that can sing in that style. So it's not like I'm trying to play in the style of Peter Criss per se, but I'm trying to be respectful to the way Kiss played those songs stylistically in the early days. And, you know, a lot of what they did, some of that stuff was very cool.
Well, mainly just that, especially in Detroit Rock City, that one track on the Live 3, it was just so phenomenal. Now it's just, I mean, it still sounds good, but just slowed down in a different way. I was just wondering.
Well, before I was playing a lot of double bass stuff, and every once in a while, see, some people think like, oh, that guy can't do that. Oh, believe me, I can do it if I want to. I do it in rehearsals sometimes on purpose. I'll purposely start overplaying, and Gene will just turn around to me. Gene does not like double bass stuff. He hates it. Anytime we do it, he stands up and starts going. He thinks it's like I'm tap dancing. So I'll do it in rehearsals once in a while, and I'll just kind of look at him and smile or wink. Like he knows it. It's almost like you've got that ammo in your back pocket if you want to use it, but there's no reason to use it. Because Gary Moore, when I played with him, was very much like that. Gary Moore wanted musicians in his band that had a certain level of ability, but he didn't really want you to use it. But he wanted to know that you could if he needed it to. Because sometimes I'd start playing too much, and he'd turn around and say, don't do that. So I used to think like, wow, it's like, well, I thought he wanted a guy that could play more. No, he doesn't want that. He wants to know you can if he wants it, but he doesn't really want it. You know, so you have to kind of, there's a thing about, I think, called being a seasoned musician or being more mature. You really do need to play for the song. Because, you know, you go see AC/DC, it's the most straight ahead, simple form of music, but people like it. What is everybody doing? They're going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, they call it 4 on the floor. People like that, relate to that. So, and Kiss is kind of, you know, keep it simple, stupid. People think that, you know, a lot of people use that Kiss as an acronym, and that's what it stands for. And it really does come across more powerful when you keep it more simple. It really does. The power in a big arena of just going boom with your bass drum is pretty awesome.